How's it going, everyone? Chris here, and welcome back to another Nintendo Direct leak discussion video. In today's video, we are actually going to be taking a look at a leak that claims to know the date of the upcoming Nintendo Direct, as well as everything that is going to be shown off in this Nintendo Direct. However, as always, and I cannot stress this enough, we have no idea if this leak is true or not, so make sure you guys take it with a grain of salt and realize that I'm talking about this just for fun. If you'd like to read along while I talk, you find a link to the original post in the description bar down below, and now, with all that out of the way, I have to tell you guys where this post came from. So guys, this leak was sent in to me by one of my subscribers on my Discord server, so if you guys haven't already joined up, I highly recommend you do so. As of now, we have over 3,400 members always talking about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, as well as everything Nintendo, and if you guys ever want to talk to me directly, send me a leak or anything like that, there is the best place to do so. You can find a link to my Discord in both the description as well as the pinned comment, and it is 100% free to join, so I hope to see you there. Not only that, guys, once we hit 20,000 subscribers, we are going to be doing another LUIGI'S official Super Smash Bros. Ultimate tournament in which I give away a gift card to the winner. However, the only way that you guys can enter that tournament is if you are subscribed to the channel and a member of the Discord server, so make sure you guys subscribe and hit that notification bell. And now guys, with all of that out of the way, the leak that we are going to be taking a look at today comes from 4chan, and it is a text post leak, so if you guys want to leave, go ahead and do so now, otherwise we are going to get right into the newest leak. So guys, like I said, this leak comes from 4chan, and it is titled Nintendo Direct 2/14/19, and it is posted by Anonymous. It starts by saying, "Hello everyone, my sources have just given me credible information on the next Nintendo Direct on Valentine's Day. It starts off with the announcement of Persona 5 coming to the Switch and gives us a gameplay trailer. It releases in March of 2019. After that, we have some 3DS headlines. Not much is shown off, just some stuff we already knew, like Kirby's extra epic yarn, etc., but showcases Persona Q2, like I said, it's all just stuff we already know. After that, we have the Switch headlines. Luigi's Mansion 3, we get a new gameplay trailer shown with 4 playable characters, Luigi, Mario, Peach, and Toad. It releases in fall of 2019. After that, we have Final Fantasy. We have a trailer for Final Fantasy VIII, and it has a release date of summer 2019. Next up, we have Netflix. Next is the announcement of Netflix on the Switch. You can download it once the Direct is concluded. Next up, we have some Zelda information. There is going to be an announcement of Zelda 2 and Link's Awakening remakes by Grezzo. They release summer of 2019. After that, we have some indie games. Announcement of more indie games that weren't in the Nindy Showcase, which include Five Nights at Freddy's, Cuphead, etc. After that, we have some new Smash information, cinematic trailer, and gameplay for Joker. If you pre-order Persona 5, you can get Joker for free, similar to how Piranha Plant was free for a limited time. After that, more stuff is shown off, but I don't want to spoil the entire Direct. I will say that the game that fans would be delighted to know is the final game announced, but I won't say anything about it. Also, the reason they showed off a lot of Persona stuff is because they waited for Valentine's Day because of Persona 5's Take Your Heart. That's all. Like I said, I'm not spoiling the entire thing, just the majority of it. Trust me, it's worth the wait. But anyways, hope you all have a nice day. Goodbye. So now that we've gone over the entire post, let's talk about it a little bit. So the first thing that I want to say about this leak is, wow, this was extremely difficult to read. Now, I'm not sure if English isn't this guy's first language or anything like that, but this was just really difficult. There were a ton of spelling mistakes and stuff like that, so I am sorry if I stumbled over my words or anything like that. The next thing that I want to talk about is about the leaker himself. Now, all this guy says is that his sources have given him credible information for the next Direct, which is happening on Valentine's Day, but he doesn't offer us any substantial evidence at all. All he says is, I have sources, you guys need to believe me, so we really can't take his word as gospel as of now, but if there is a Direct slated for February 14th, then I believe that he definitely has a better chance of being right. Next up, let's go ahead and talk about Persona 5 coming to the Nintendo Switch, as well as the free Joker if you pre-order the game. Now, right away, in terms of Persona 5 coming to the Nintendo Switch, I'm sure this is probably going to end up happening just because they already have the game completely done. It's already been released for the PlayStation 4, so they already have the game done, and since Joker is coming to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, why wouldn't they also bring the game along? Because if they go ahead and play as Joker in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, that's going to convince a lot of people to play Joker's game, which is pretty typical for what happens with Super Smash Bros. Characters. You find a character you really like in Super Smash Bros., you wonder where they come from, how they got their powers, and everything like that, so you decide to go ahead and play their game. Nintendo would honestly be stupid not to port Persona 5 over, so I think we are definitely going to be seeing Persona 5 coming to the Switch. Now, in terms of Joker being free if you pre-order the game, this is something I don't really like, because it kind of devalues the Fighter Pass. Now, I could totally see Nintendo doing something like this, but at the same time, I also couldn't see them doing something like this, just because once again, that devalues the Fighter Pass. If they do that for Joker, are they also going to do it for Erdrick or whoever else ends up on the Fighter Pass? I really have no idea. It doesn't make a ton of sense to me, and I think that Nintendo would probably make more money if they didn't do this, and I think that they wouldn't sell as much Persona as they think they would, just because, I don't know, Joker doesn't seem like that enticing of an offer, getting him for free when he's only going to be $5 for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I just don't think getting a free Joker is going to be worth anything. And for those of us who do pre-order Persona 5, even though we already bought the Fighter Pass, are we going to get a $5, like, are we going to get $5 back or anything like that? I honestly don't think so, and I think that this would not be a good move on Nintendo's part. The other thing that I wanted to talk about in terms of the Smash information is that apparently we are going to be getting a cinematic trailer as well as gameplay for Joker. Now, right away, my first question is, are we going to be getting the same one that we've already seen at the Game Awards, or are we going to be getting a brand new one? Personally, I have a feeling they would release a brand new one, but that doesn't also make sense because they've already made a CGI trailer for Joker, so why would they make him another one? It just doesn't make a lot of sense. In terms of gameplay, yeah, at this point we probably are going to see gameplay. It's February, he was announced back in December, and they had been working on him ever since at least November, so I assume that we're going to see something at this point, considering a lot of people are speculating that he is going to be released in around March, I believe. I think that March is the most likely time he's going to be released, and then the next character announcement is probably going to come sometime around then as well. Next up, let's go ahead and talk about Luigi's Mansion 3. So apparently we are going to be getting a new gameplay trailer, and we are also going to be getting 4 playable characters: Luigi, Mario, Peach, and Toad. Now, ever since the very first trailer for Luigi's Mansion was shown off, everybody and their mother had been studying it very hard, and apparently in one frame, in the background there are apparently these banners that are hanging up, and it looks like Mario and Peach and Toad are hanging on them, so a lot of people believe that you can swap out characters that way, but personally, I have a feeling it is because it is going to be for some kind of multiplayer. Now, I understand that Luigi's Mansion at its core is a single-player story mode, but at the same time, the Nintendo Switch is all about taking your system anywhere and being able to detach the Joy-Cons and being able to play with your friends, and considering there was multiplayer in Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, it makes all the sense in the world for them to do some kind of multiplayer on the Nintendo Switch, and since they probably don't want to use that green Luigi again, it does make sense to use other Mushroom Kingdom characters like Mario, Peach, and Toad. Also, the fall 2019 release date does obviously make a lot of sense, just because that is going to be around the October, which is going to be around Halloween, and since Luigi's Mansion is kind of a horror game, I mean, obviously it's not really a horror game, there's no jump scares or anything, but it has ghosts and stuff like that, it just makes sense to release it around Halloween. Next up, let's go ahead and talk about Final Fantasy. So apparently, Final Fantasy VIII is going to be coming to the Nintendo Switch in summer of 2019. Now, right away, guys, I don't know that much about the Final Fantasy franchise. I've never actually played any of the games before, but I totally would if they came to the Nintendo Switch. However, after looking up what Final Fantasy VIII was, apparently this game was released on the original PlayStation in 1999. So is this going to be a remake, or a remaster, or anything like that, or are they just going to release the original game that was released on the PlayStation? Personally, I have no idea, and I am pretty excited to see what happens with that. And finally, guys, the last thing that I want to talk about is that apparently Zelda 2 and Link's Awakening are going to be remade for the Nintendo Switch. Now, right away, I am a little surprised by this, just because they already had all of the assets from Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds on the 3DS, so it doesn't really make sense that they didn't just reuse those assets for Link's Awakening. But then again, guys, what do I know? I'm not a game developer, and if they do end up coming to the Nintendo Switch, I'm still going to buy them, and I'm still going to have a really good time with them. So guys, overall, do I believe that this leak is real? Honestly, at this point, I'm not 100% sure. I think that this has the potential to be real just because there's a lot of stuff on here that's really surprising, and I think that Nintendo, as we know, are the kings of left field, so sometimes they'll come out and do things we don't expect, like Final Fantasy VIII coming to the Nintendo Switch for some reason, I guess. But at the same time, there were a lot of spelling mistakes and a lot of stuff that really didn't make a lot of sense, so I'm just not 100% sure at this point. If a Nintendo Direct does get announced for February 14th, I will definitely come back and look at this leak, but as of now guys, don't count on it. So guys, let me know what you thought about this leak in the comment section down below. Do you guys believe that this leak is real, and would you be happy if it was? Why or why not? Thank you guys all so much for watching, make sure to subscribe, share, and like, and I will see you guys next time. Take care.